Welcome back to the Tokyo Fresh podcast. It's not just me. I've hit the wrong button. Now we should be able to see both people.
I'm also... No, that's actually perfect. I was leaning way down picking up a charger when you did that. So
I'll switch it to the correct one in a second when I have that ability.
Dude, I was completely off screen. That was actually fucking fantastic. Welcome back, guys. I'm Jordan here with David.
Hello.
It's been 2 weeks. It was busy. Sorry,
yes.
guys.
Hey, you know, shit happens. I mean...
Yeah.
I guess I should say up front, I'm not going to be here next weekend either.
Once again, shit happens.
So
yeah,
shit
Shogun and I.
happens, yeah.
Dude, I was looking at my 2025 calendar, like last week when I was roped into getting some other work stuff done, and I was like, holy fucking shit, this year is busy. Jesus Christ. Like let me look gander. So I'm going through and I'm like, don't worry, this won't happen that much more. July, I think there's 2 weeks in July where I'm basically like not here. March, I think I'm out for a bunch of it as well. April, there is one weekend where I'm definitely not here. May as well, there's like one or two. Absolutely fuck, dude. Like what a
Yeah, it's just like
What a
I don't know.
year.
It's just been this year's stuff has been happening on the weekend when we usually record,
Constantly,
and it's
yeah.
like you're gone for multiple days. So
Yeah.
it's usually if it's like, oh, I need to do something on the weekend, it's not like I'm doing it for a minute. It's like this is gonna take the entire weekend.
No,
to do
yeah.
whatever it is, right?
Do you know what's funny enough? Even this weekend, beginning of the year, I was talking to this guy who he's like the CEO of a company that does like little influencer projects, little like things with like local governments, and complete coincidence, he was like, "Hey Jordan, 3D weekend is coming up." I'm like, "Sick." He's like, "Do you want to go to Shiga?" And I'm like, "Never been."
No,
Not really.
not.
Not really. But I was like, do you know what? Never been. I eventually have to check it off my list. Yeah, I'll go. Sounds sick. Yeah, I'll go. I'll make the trip down. Let me know the dates, the time, send me the schedule. And he then proceeds to send me just the most bitchless, boring schedule I've ever seen in my... It was like, day one, get to Shiga, stare at lake. 7 hours later, it was like that. It was like the boringest schedule I've ever seen. And it's one of those schedules where I'm like, okay,
I'm just gonna make my own.
yeah, basically, it was like, I get who's made this. I have been in this industry long enough to read a schedule like that, and I go, okay, cool. You've given it to some local government old man to make a schedule, and he's just made the most bitchless schedule you can have, and no one's given him any pushback. No one's gone, hey,
Because there's no one at the Shack Show to talk to. He's like
Literally.
the only man there.
Oh my god, dude, that's actually true more times than you think. Like, you go to the Shack Show and there's 5 people there,
Yep.
and you go, who's the guy in charge of everything? And they go, that's John in the corner. He's worked here since the 80s.
Yeah.
What do you guys do? We just kind of keep him alive. We just give him fluids. Give him his morphine drip when he needs it.
Does this?
We just slap him awake every once in a while, dude. Yeah, it was like the shittest 3-day schedule. And I was like, man, my friends come down from America as well. I've not seen him in like 10 years because he's a guy I was on the international exchange program with. And I was like, kind of want to get dinner with him on the first weekend he's here. Don't really want to do this whole boring 3-day weekend. Gonna give it a miss, basically. And then I'm chilling at home. And the other half is like, hey, we could just go to Shiga. And then we had a 2-hour conversation about what are we going to do. Are we
in Shiga?
No. Oh, that was different. That was a 3-hour conversation in Shiga. The first conversation was, do we take a train up to Utsunomiya and do a whole gyoza day? Just go up to Utsunomiya in the morning, right?
Gyoza's nice.
Utsunomiya in the morning, grab some gyoza, have a whole day of it, back by like 6 p.m., 7 p.m. Sick day. Or they were like, we could go to Shiga anyway and tick off like some interesting things that Shiga has to offer. My counter was, I've never been to Shiga, and the last place I've not been to, all the previous I've yet to go to, are all pretty boring. Totori is one of them. Famous thing in Totori, sand.
Sand. There's camels.
Yeah, but I hate camels. They're disgusting.
They're kind of gross.
They're
yeah.
gross. Sand is gross. It's what's the quote? It's cold and
It's coarse and
coarse and
rough,
hard.
and it gets
It's
everywhere.
everywhere. Hate sand. So I was like, Dude, I don't know
Not
about
like you.
Not like you. You're soft and warm and you get it. No, that's disgusting. Sorry. Yes, I was like, I don't know about Shiga. I'm kind of down for this whole like a gyoza plan.
Mm.
And then a Google map gets whipped out, and the location is basically Tanuki Town.
Oh,
Bro,
this is a Tanuki place.
I'll tell you what it's called. The famous thing in this town
Google
is like
Maps. Come on.
there is a
bring it up.
7'2", like a giant Tanuki. Bro, the balls alone are majestic.
It's at least 2 feet.
At least, listen, these balls alone, at least 2 feet. I'll find the feet. I've got it saved. How can I not? It is called. Wait, that's called Ninja House. So I got a bunch of shit saved. Give me more. There's a bunch of shit saved. It is the Shigaraki Ceramic Culture Park.
The Shigaraki?
Yeah, Shigaraki Ceramic Culture Park.
Shigaraki.
Find that shit, dude.
Ceramic
Cultural
Park.
There we go. And the entire thing is like, we make a bunch of ceramic stuff, but also we make a lot of fucking Tanuki.
Are Tanuki balls against TOS?
No, Tanuki balls are fine. It's Japanese culture.
Ah, okay, yeah.
If you cancel our stream because Tanuki balls, you're racist and you hate culture.
It's true.
It's true.
It's true. I mean, that tracks. That
tracks.
That's just true.
It's how it works. If I showed you, what's the thing? There's like the Da Vinci's, like Michelangelo, whatever it is. I can show that. That's not against TOS.
The statue of David.
Listen, I'm not a historian, okay? I'm just one man.
I'm just one man.
I'm just one man raging against art. I'm trying to get all the art pieces
you know
wrong.
what? That's fine. I understand. I
Yeah,
get
fuck
I get
it.
Yeah.
But you found it? It's great, right?
Yeah. Hang on. I'm just expanding the browser.
The balls?
here.
Sorry, the browser? Yeah. Sorry.
So if you're listening to the audio, sorry you don't get to see balls. Like
I'll put it in the chat. For those who've never seen a Tanuki...
I'll put the balls in the chat.
I'll put the balls in the chat. For those who've never seen
All right, let's
or know
take
what a
look.
Tanuki is, it's basically a really big... Well, like a raccoon dog.
Oh, look at them. God, they
Yeah,
man,
they're
Tanuki are fucking freaky.
Have you seen the Ghibli movie? Is it Pom Poko or something?
Yeah. Where they
they-
like use their scrotums to fly and
Yeah,
stuff.
for gliders
Yeah,
and
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Dude, fuck me. I watched that movie as like... I think I was like 12 years old. And I was like, this is insane. What the actual fuck is going on in Japan?
Yeah, I mean, yes.
Because I think I watched like...
Let's just drop ourselves down here. Yeah, there's a whole lot of not much out here.
Nope. I have a list of what we're doing. I can show you. So there's a Tanuki balls. We're going to go see that. And then there is a really nice little design shop called Nota Shop. It's like up the road from me. It's all like ceramics. So we're going to check that out.
This must be the shop here.
Nota Shop, Nota and Design. Great little ceramic store. We love ceramics. We're going to go check that out.
Just moving around on Google Maps here. Yeah,
No, basically.
It's a park.
It's a park, yeah. That park is just for the Tanuki. We're just going for that, basically. And then
Okay.
we're going back up to the main city, like, the next day.
Oh, look at these Haniwa. They're just
Right?
hanging out here.
Dude, it's lovely. It's honestly pretty good. It's a nice little place to visit. Yeah, then there's, like, a bunch of castles we're going to check out. There is the big lake. There's, like, a cruise you can go on. So we're going to do that. It's pretty cool. It's going to be a pretty fun time. There's the what's the fucking place called? The Chikubu Island? Yeah, Chikubu Island.
Chikubu Island?
Chikubu, it's the island that's inside Lake Biwa. You found it? It's tiny. Tiny island. Minuscule.
Lake Biwa. Where are we at? No, sorry.
Big lake, can't miss Big lake, can't miss it. Middle of sheep.
Well, there's two here.
Islands?
Yeah.
The
there's
one near
that's-
to the top.
Okay.
No, there's Oki Island, which you can see clearly. And then you can go right to the top. There's another one called...
very tiny
Very,
one.
very tiny one, yeah.
Okay, and there's like
Called-
a shrine on it.
It's like a nice little shrine.
Yeah.
Shikibu Island is the most interesting place to visit. Like, there are only...
Look at that.
It's cute. It's good. It's going to be good.
The big old pagoda.
Yeah, dude. It's lovely.
Zip that back over. Look at that big old pagoda.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
I love being a virtual tour guide.
Dude, it's great. There are only 3 boats, like boat paths that take you to the island.
Yeah, it seemed like when I looked at the map here,
Yeah.
you can see there's one here, one here, one here. So it seems like one goes to what fucking city is this?
Nagehama, one goes to right down east of the island, one's on the other side, basically.
I didn't know that there is a big ass city like right
Massive.
on the.
Massive, dude. It's like right on the lake as well. It's crazy.
Yeah, wow.
Right?
Like this is like a full on like
It's a
actual
yeah.
big city. Like, what is this?
Exactly.
I'm not. It's like it's close to Kyoto,
Mhm.
which is not that far.
Yep.
But like it's all like just seems like it's all populated like up and in through the mountains. But like I don't
It
know
is.
how dense that is. They got a Baskin Robbins, so it's got to be
You know it's dense, dude. That's crazy. Apparently the thing is,
Apparently Kishida House is there.
it is. Apparently,
I don't know. It's a hotel called Kishida House.
people don't really stay in Shiga. I think the problem is it's kind of like forgotten in the shadow of Kyoto. So if you're going to that area and it's your first time in Japan, you end up just in Kyoto anyway. Like no one takes time to visit Shiga.
Okay, so hang on. I'm looking here. It's Takashima
Yeah.
or Takajima. I don't know how you're reading it. Takajima.
Maybe Takajima. Go on.
And then there's Nagahama
Yes.
is the other city is of the city on the opposite side. Then there's Kohara.
Quara.
It's the kanji for rice, and then like the hara from Harajuku.
Quara kana? Kohara?
That's what I would think it is.
I bet it's gonna be like Kosei or something stupid.
Yeah, it's
gonna be
probably like a
it's
like.
gonna be
Oh yeah,
Kosei.
hey, you read it.
You just
some
read it
way and-
say. It's just definitely Kosei. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's pretty good. I think when I was looking at visiting Shiga, I put a little poll out to be like, "Hey guys, I'm going to Shiga. What are your recommendations? What should I do in Shiga?" And I got some good recommendations. A lot of is it Kosei?
It's Maibara.
My butter. Fuck's sake. My butter.
was
That
kind
makes
of
sense.
close.
My
Oh, we'll
butter
get to this story. We're not there yet.
What?
Oh no, we'll get to that.
Oh, okay. Sorry, forgive me. Yeah. So I put a little post up and I was like, "Oh my god, hey guys, I'm going to Shiga. Give me your Shiga recommendations. Never been, really excited to go." Some of these fucking dickheads, alright? Some of you fucking cunts. Let me tell you, you guys need to be slapped in the face because I was getting some good ones. There's a great museum there. Check it out. Someone was like, "Oh, I took my honeymoon there. It was wonderful." Blah blah blah. One dickhead. I go, "Hey, going to Shiga.
Yeah.
Recommendations." Dickhead goes, "Big lake, can't miss it." Pissed.
I
myself
mean,
laughing. Hilarious. Well done.
He's not wrong.
No, he's not wrong. The only other one that I was like, okay, first, second place of these comments. One more was, "Hey, going to Shiga. Recommendations." First comment, Kyoto. Just go Kyoto.
Kyoto's not in Shiga.
Just go to Kyoto. And that was from a Japanese friend. I was like, you guys do not respect your
I
country.
mean, he's probably not wrong.
He's
but,
not wrong.
you
Because
know,
that's how I feel about Osaka. When people are like, "Hey, I'm going to Osaka. What should I do?" And I'm
should
like,
I do?
"Go to
Yeah.
Kyoto." Like, go to Kyoto. Go and do something interesting. There's nothing in Osaka. And I stand by that. Go to Kyoto.
That's fair.
No, fair.
I
fair.
sure. Yeah.
But yeah, that's my long weekend basically. David, what are your plans? What are you doing?
At the moment, I'm not sure what we're doing tomorrow necessarily. We might go to that Ebisu
Yeah, it's so cool.
beer thing, where it's how do I describe it? It's like so. I guess previously, maybe this year or something, Hirohiko Araki, who is the mangaka for JoJo. He did a design for their beer. So like every year, I guess in like spring, ABC Beer puts like a design on their beer that's like the lady, like an old style, Edo style, like what are they called? Like the woodblock print, like things of lady in kimono. But this year, I guess, or last year, I'm not sure when it was, they got Hirohiko Araki to do one. But now
Sick, yo.
in Ebisu, they have some kind of like, it's like an art gallery or something of his work specifically for Ebisu. So might go there tomorrow, which is probably what's going to happen, but I'm not 100% sure. But that seems to be my weekend. Other than I need to get job stuff in order to send to people.
I hate doing that.
I'm like,
How was the job search? Annoying?
I had a call with someone yesterday, and it seemed like that was going to be good because they're like, okay, well, they had originally just called to be like, see what's up and decide whether they wanted to do anything, but they're like, we want to get you in to do like a proper ass interview like sometime next week. So I'm like, okay, that's good, but that doesn't leave me a lot of time to go find all. It's like, hey, go find your diploma, go find your this, go find your that. I'm like,
People are still asking for diplomas?
yeah, at this point, like
In
it
this
might
day
as well
and
be.
age?
I might as well be have it on a piece of paper and crayon. Like it doesn't really matter, to be honest.
I had like I had a photo of mine that I took before I left the UK, and I was using that. And someone
Yeah,
was like-
yeah, I have a photo too because the original is in a frame
yeah, exactly.
at home,
Yeah,
not here in
literally.
Canada.
I think
And like
someone
I'm not willing to send the original document through the mail because
someone asked my original. They were
Yeah.
like, "Can you send your original diploma?" And I was like, "Why?"
fuck no.
Fuck you.
I'm not sending a random person my original
Yeah, who the fuck
diploma.
are
I have
you?
one of those. They're never going to be recreated again. And I'm definitely not giving it to you.
You have to ask the university.
Yeah, to issue another one.
And it costs like £50
It's
in the UK. It's so
yeah.
expensive.
So I'm like,
Fuck that, dude.
you're gonna have to do. So I was like, yeah, I just, it's something you got to do, right? So, figuring that out. But they're like, is weird because like they're asking me questions because they gave me a survey. Maybe I'll actually pull it up and like let you read the.
Ooh, we'll all do it together. We'll do David's work survey together.
Yeah, well, it's because they're asking me kind of like weird, strange questions in the survey. Not strange questions, but I'm like, this is weird for a work. Like, hey, do you want to work for a survey?
They're giving you like trolley problems in the fucking
Not
survey.
quite, not quite that bad, but like it's like, let me look here. It's like,
Go on.
pretty normal things. I'm not gonna pull it up just because they got names on it. And
No,
stuff.
fair enough. Yeah,
It's like, what are you looking for, for full-time, semi-time, part-time, whatever. What are your short, mid, and long-term goals for teaching in Japan? Like,
what?
have a job.
I mean, work.
Put in 1, 2, 4, and 9. Like, yeah, it's
Do a 9 to 5. Like, what do you want from me?
courses you'd like to teach. Whatever you got and whatever you're going to pay me to teach.
If you got the money to teach it, do you know what? I'm gonna teach
I'm
it.
gonna teach it, yeah.
It's crazy how that works.
So I found that weird. What are your short, mid, and long-term goals for teaching?
Yeah, that's weird.
What do you mean?
Oh, do you know what it could be? I guess it's going to be a situation where they're like, we've had too many teachers come in
And then
work
fuck off.
Yeah, work like 6 months and then like fuck off.
I had found out because I didn't know, but there's apparently this company has like a publishing side as well. So like they're doing
okay.
like publishing for like curriculum and stuff too.
Oh,
So it
shit.
might end up being that I'm not teaching anything, but I'm doing curriculum design instead.
Ooh, that's good stuff. That's really
So-
fun.
That could be.
Oh, we actually, you need to do that. We need people doing that. You've seen the curriculums they're using. It's not good.
Fucking bad.
It's really bad.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, like how about researching and writing course curricula, your availability. But yeah, I found the weird question there and stuff like, do you want to do team or solo teaching? It's like most of these I
mean-
could just put I don't care.
I don't care. It doesn't matter to me.
I don't care.
Team or solo.
What is your expected salary for 5 days work?
A
8
lot.
hours per day.
8 hours per day? 5 days work, 8 hours per day?
Yeah.
5 days work. At this stage, 5 days work,
Mm-hmm.
8 hours a day. Let's do the math right now, real quick. I would like potentially.
Enough.
Oh my god. Yeah, honestly, let's divide by 4. A week?
For 5 days, yeah. So like 40-hour work week.
Yeah, I'll take like 90 to 100,000, please. Then thank you.
For a week?
Yeah.
Kumang.
I would very much like.
How
at
much is
least,
that an hour?
I don't know. I don't work hourly.
We'll just
A lot.
divide by 40.
Hold on, divide by 40.
Kumang
Is it
divide
just
by
40?
40. Yeah, well, use a 40-hour work week.
About a month.
An hour?
Yeah, I'll take a month an hour, please.
No, that wouldn't be. That would be infinitely more. You'd be making Kumon a day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sounds good.
yeah,
I'll take
yeah,
one of those,
yeah,
David.
sounds good.
That
Yeah.
sounds great.
Also, like stuff like, have you ever been in the Japanese national health insurance? And if so, who enrolled you?
I don't know.
What do you
Yeah,
mean, who
Maybe.
enrolled-
Who enrolled me? My work. My work enrolls
your,
me.
Your work should enroll you because they got to pay half the bill.
It's kind of what a weird question because it's like, no, yeah, of course I have because it's a legal requirement for working any full-time job.
Yes, exactly. Have you ever been in the Japanese government's pension scheme?
No.
Well,
No.
If you live here, you probably should be, but
No, never. No, of course, yeah, everyone, literally.
yeah. If the answer is yes, are you taking care of it and paying it for by yourself, or does your employer give it to you? It's like your employer should pay your pension stuff.
These are
Unless
weird.
but it may be because if you're a part-time worker, that will be covered by you.
Oh my, that makes sense. Yeah. Hold on,
So,
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, there's just like stuff like that where I'm just like, this is kind of like I don't know.
It feels like they're trying to work out like
How much money do we not want to pay?
Yeah, how much money do we not want to pay?
That's kind of where I went with that. I'm like, okay.
How much money can we get away with like fucking losing this man out of? Because they're indirectly asking you, have you been fucked? Literally, have you been fucked around by companies in the past? To what extent? And how much can we get away with? Because for those who've never taught English in Japan, if you answer these questions like such, if they ask you, have you ever been enrolled in the healthcare thingy? And you're like,
you say yes, and I did it myself, and I pay it myself. Then they're like,
cool, this man's an idiot. We can fucking
no, because now they're like, oh, you know how the system works. So now we can't fuck you over because it's not just like, oh, I let my company do it. So
forgive me,
think about it, right?
It would have been
like, oh, okay.
It would be yes, my company did it. Do you pay for it yourself? Yes, 100%. Now I can. There we go. Pension, same thing. It's like, oh, we've enrolled you in the pension system, and it's like, oh, well, will you be paying half of that like you're meant to? No. Yeah. We're paying none of that. We're
going to make you work 29.5 hours, and then we're not going to pay you.
Dude, fucking 29.5. I remember that so fucking well.
Or was it? It's like 29.5 hours. I remember, like dude. I went overtime because I like didn't clock out or something. Or like, I got a call like the next day, and they're like, "What the fuck? Like, don't work overtime."
Oh my god, look what you've done the system.
I'm like, just pay me, you piece of shit.
Nothing. If I could go back to like, I'd have to time travel back. I wouldn't want to be the age I am and go back to first year teaching in Japan. But if I were to be able to go back to first year teaching in Japan, the only thing I would change is the amount to which I was abusing that system for my own benefit. Because I was abusing it a fuck ton, but I was doing it in a way where I was still kind of scared I was going to get fired.
Right.
Not realizing, I think it was like second and a half year that I was like, oh, I'm unfireable, sick. Like, unless I punch a kid in the face, and even then they'll just move you. They'll just move to a new school, basically. Same town, new school.
Right. You know what's weird too? I'm thinking back now, and I don't think most people would know this, but the job that we worked at as like the contract like teachers, right?
Oh, Hakken, yeah.
Yeah. After a year, we should have become kaishain.
Yep.
But that just didn't happen. I think it's because people just didn't know. Now I know that they would have to offer you a permanent position as kaishain, but they just don't.
They just don't do it. Yeah. So instead, what they do is they offer you. That's why every year you have to re-hakken the contract every single year until like you basically say no. And then because when I was leaving the company, when I was like bye, that was the only conversation I had with them where they were like, oh, we could like make you like Sheishain, you could like work here instead. And I was like, where was this conversation like a year and a half ago? And
when illegal, you should have done it.
Yeah, it only came up because there was like a big like internal fight happening between elementary schools in my area where they were all like trying to work out which schools I would be teaching at, because it was like 5 or 6 different schools being like, we want him for a year. And other schools being like, no, we already have him and our kids are used to him. The other schools being, no, we would appreciate him for... So it was going to be like, my schedule was going to be completely fucked up. So I just left. I was like, fuck, this is disgusting. I don't want to deal with this. But it was only because of that they offered like the Sheishain position. Apparently, if you're just like Joe Schmo who can't teach English for shit, they'll never do it. They'll be like, here's your new Hakken contract. Sign away, you fucking idiot. Which is why they give you the English contract and the Japanese one. The English contract isn't worth the toilet paper it's printed on.
No, because the Japanese one is the only one that matters.
They make you sign both, and I'm like, why am I even signing the English one? This means nothing. Like it's not legally binding here. Like half the shit in this contract isn't in the Japanese contract. Like why you're just making shit up? Like idiots, dude.
Yeah, I guess just to say, because someone asked, like, what's a kaishain? Kaishain just means a company employee.
Yeah, a full-time
It's literally, kaisha is
company,
and in is person. It's like a company person.
Yeah, you're like a full-time company employee, basically.
Employee.
It's very prestigious in Japan. You're basically unfireable.
Yeah, you're basically unfireable at that point.
Like it's so hard. Oh my god!
Like Jordan said, outside of like punching a child in the face, like it would be very difficult to get rid of.
And even then, if you punched a child in the face, that'd be like
they'd probably just send you to like the company gulag or whatever, and you'll still collect a paycheck.
Yeah, basically. Oh my god! I recently heard about, because we're talking about like kaishain in my company and like sheishain and blah blah blah. and apparently there's a Finnish guy working for, I'm not going to say where he works or anything, but he's working for, let's say, company X, and his like a branch of company X, whatever, was basically made like null and void. They were like, "All right, guys, you no longer work here."
They just got like liquidated or
Yeah,
whatever.
but the way they got liquidated, they kind of all kind of moved to the main like Honsha, really far away. So everyone went, "Guess I'll just quit." Then everyone quit, except for this guy, because he was like,
They had to stick him somewhere.
He was like, "Don't really want to quit." So they were like, "Oh, we're gonna make this guy's life hard." It was like, "Oh, you gotta come to the company." He was like, "Okay, cool." Not realizing this guy actually lived nearer to the home company than he did to the shitty place that he was working for.
They got fucked over. They didn't realize it.
Because he's like, "Oh, my commute's now like 20 minutes shorter, and also I don't have to do anything."
Sounds
Sick.
great.
So he's like checking in at 9, checking out at 5, walking home for paycheck, and I was like pissing myself laughing at this stupid situation. Apparently, like in all the they kept giving him like yearly what's it called like reviews to be like, "Oh, you know, your work isn't doing as well. We're gonna start, you know, we're gonna eventually put a case against you." But what's been happening is that I think he was making like 40 or 45, like something in the range of like 400 a month.
Yeah.
So
Which is good.
It's good. No, it's a good company. They cut his pay. They were like, "Oh, but as like Sheishain, that's like a Kaishain, even when they cut your pay, they can't drastically cut it. They can only cut it by like a certain amount." So I think the way that company structure worked was that your pay rises were also shit. It was like, "Oh, 3,000 yen pay rise." So when they cut his pay, they were like, "That's a 3,000 yen pay cut." And he's like, "Okay, cool. All right, can I go now? Back to fucking playing Valorant in the basement, I guess." Like,
Yeah,
what's
exactly right.
Like, what the fuck? So apparently he's been doing it for about a year.
that sounds like a good gig to be perfectly honest. 'Cause, like,
apparently it's been a year and a half.
You're just
Yeah, it's been a year and a half, and he's like, I'm just like traveling, taking all my holiday, vibing, and he's like, as soon as I have, working his second job, because he has all the time in the world.
it's just at his job.
Yeah.
He's getting paid for one
yes.
job, working at a second job. Yeah, well,
It's
why
the
not,
dumbest thing. So he's like, he's like, I'm staying until my salary hits this, like there's like 350 or something stupid like that, and then he'll leave.
And then I'll leave.
Yeah, for a new company, and then literally just be like, "Oh, I've worked in big company X for like X amount of
time."
Yeah. Fucking brilliant.
Smart.
Fucking brilliant, dude. I crave the company gulag, David. I want to be gulagged so badly.
I mean, if it reduces your amount of work and you still get paid the same amount, like
Imagine.
that kind of seems like an upgrade, to be
It's an
honest.
upgrade.
I never have to talk to anyone.
Yep.
I still get paid the same.
Yep.
I don't have to work.
You still got holidays.
It's quiet. I still got holidays. I can basically do whatever the hell I want. Nobody's coming to check on me to give me work. Like, that just seems like an improvement across the board.
You're kind of ignored as well. Mm-hmm. So the way I'm seeing is that I come into the company, I'm like, "Hey guys, you can see my face that I'm here today," and everyone goes, "Wow, Jordan." I'm like, "Thanks for coming." And I go,
No problem.
"Yep, no problem, guys." And then I set up my shit in my gulag desk, and then I go back home. And then I'll go back home, and I'll take my phone, of course, go home, start recording whatever, like do whatever I want to do at home, come back to the office by like 4, be like, "Well, oh man, you know, hardly working or hardly working." I'm right, boy. He's like, "Oh god damn." Answer the
Hardly working or working hardly.
Working hardly. Am I right, my boys? Open my email, delete the 3 emails I have in there. I assume all system update maintenance checks.
Yep.
Osaka Nisei Shimasu, go the fuck home, dude. The easiest day of my life. Jeez. Yeah, I crave the gulag, dude. I crave it so hard.
Yeah, it'd definitely be easier. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's true. And it did. Did you see the thing I sent you this morning? Oh, so did you want to?
Thing you sent me this.
No, it was bullshit. But it was really funny.
Are you about the aliens? Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah. It was pretty stupid, dude. It was the funniest thing. That's it.
I only read the title.
Okay, wait. Can I read you? Don't read it.
Okay.
So fuck me, dude. This is a really dumb meme. I'll put it in the Discord as well. But this morning, I'm groggy as fuck, and I wake up to a message from Sean, and it's like an excerpt from I pray it's not a real book. This kills me. So he sends me this excerpt, and it's just.
Can I at least read the title of the book?
Yes, go for it.
Okay, hang on. Let me. I gotta find
It's
the
so
title.
good. I don't understand this meme.
Okay. So the book is titled. I'm gonna have problems reading it.
I know.
Oh, there's red text above it.
Yeah,
hanging, too.
yeah. The government doesn't want you to know about.
The government doesn't want you to know about the alien that sucked me dry.
It's just
Subtitle: A male alien blew me, and it was so good. I'm gay now.
okay now. It's just like, ladies, you'll just never understand. Let me go. Okay, because like I thought the text was gonna be bullshit. And I read the first line, and I was like, "This is the stupidest thing." Let me tell the tale.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So, April 12th, 1987, 3:13 a.m.
Oh, okay. We're in the 80s.
We're in the
Alright.
80s. This is when
I'm imagining the 80s
Get in there.
wood paneling everywhere.
you're a man from the 80s.
Yeah,
Okay,
okay,
you're in your American house. Okay.
Yep. Mm.
I woke to find an alien standing homosexually at the foot of my bed. No, lock in. No, lock in.
So is this
No,
not
it's lock in. I know, no, lock in. The first line, come on, okay. Fuck's sake. Alright. I was unable to move, shook at how incredible his body looked. My wife slept next to me as the alien slid his long fingers down my abs and into my briefs. Red text, all bold. Then that galactic twink absolutely sucked me dry. Then that galactic twink absolutely sucked me dry. He blew me like I've never been blown before. He understood cock mechanics, for he had a great cock himself. In brackets, I saw it.
I saw it. I wasn't just guessing. I saw it. It's real.
I saw it. So dumb. That greedy little fuck off. That greedy little gay alien abducted all of the cum. And when he was done, he did a little spin and jumped into his UFO and flew away. Next thing I know, I'm sitting at the kitchen table eating breakfast with my wife, who's staring at me like she knew something fucked up just happened. I told her nothing of my encounter, but she could tell that I ejaculated every last ounce of heterosexuality out of my body. Later that day, she divorced me.
Wow, that's quick. She's got a good lawyer.
Straight away, dude. Fuck. It's so dumb. My alien experience changed me, and no one will believe me when I tell them that it left me absolutely gay. Sure, I never liked breasts, and I prefer the company of strong men. Once again in brackets, they make me feel safe. But now, I'm the one roaming the planet, looking for close encounters of the same-sex kind. Please heed my story. It's really hot. And then, and then the red text is just, think you've got the whole story? You have no idea. Fuck's sake. Okay, wait. Think you've got the whole story? You have no idea. That alien sucked his cock for like 43 pages. That alien sucked his cock for like 43 pages. This is one of the greatest memes I have ever seen in my entire fucking life. I'm gonna pin this Discord right now. Dude, you don't understand. It is, I cannot finish my morning coffee over this fucking meme. It is brilliant. And I'm looking for more types of this thing. Absolute fucking work of art, dude. Fucking hell. But yeah, that's what I sent this morning. Hope you enjoyed it. It's pretty great.
So they have a bunch of different. So I looked up
Thank God.
Paperback Paradise
Dude.
to see what other books they have, and apparently they just make fake book covers.
No,
and,
yeah. I'd hope so.
So, do you want to hear some other?
God, yes. Oh my God, yes.
Behold the hound of endless anguish, Chip Demon, summoned by the slightest rustle.
What the fuck?
Oh, this one's a good one. The room where Dracula sucks his own dick.
What the fuck?
Hang on, there's a subtitle.
Please.
Or like a postscript. He breaks into her house and sucks his own dick in the attic.
Fuck off. What is this called? It's called, what is it? What's the book? What's the fake bookmaker called?
It's
Paperback
not fake
Paradise?
book, Paperback Paradise is the website. So you can like
Jesus
buy
Christ.
the you know, you can buy like a bunch of different things like bookmarks and like the fake covers
Oh,
and
I
stuff.
found it.
But some of them are pretty funny.
Oh my god, you can. Holy fucking, this is sick. I'm actually going to buy, if I can find like a full-size poster of the Alien one, I'm going to buy it and put it up somewhere in my house. It is the funniest fucking thing I've read for so long. I need a big copy of it.
4 friends held a seance to speak to the dead, but they weren't expecting an Italian ghost.
Oh shit. Fuck off.
Yo, quit asking questions. I ain't no rat. You ladies need the friggin' Bible. Yeah, stuff like that's pretty great.
No, I love shit like that.
But that one sounds like pretty fucking. But it's funny because it's like it does. What is it? It does like kind of mock like those romance novels. But
Yeah.
some of those are like actually legitimately real. I have to wonder how much of them are like written by AI now. But
Oh my god, yeah. The only problem with the weird AI flex now is that there's a lot of like random schlock coming out. Which is pretty like upsetting.
Schlock made on purpose is not as funny as
Yeah, it's not as funny.
schlock made with good intentions.
Good intention schlock will always be 10
Or
out of 10
not knowing
hilarious.
that you're making schlock.
No, exactly. Yeah. Oh my god, like the fuck me, the whole, what is the name? The Chris Chan stuff that he makes. Like he generally thinks
Sonichu.
that's the yes. Like he generally thinks he's making like gold, and he's weaving absolute fucking shit into like fucking shit jumpers and stuff.
Yep. Yeah.
Absolute fucking trash fire. But that's all I wanted to talk about. Thank you for coming to my TED talk.
You know what? There's many a story about aliens sucking people dry.
Honestly, yeah. I have a theory about this. I have a theory that during like the 60s and 70s, and sometimes like during the 50s, and it'll be like, oh no, oh man, alien abducted me and anal probed me. It's like, okay,
Okay. Yeah.
cool. Is that what you're telling your doctor? Okay, fair enough. Cool. Leave it that way. What I think actually happened was Farmer Johnson was on like a 3-day bender and was just fucking, dude. He was just taking it. But then he's gonna come home to his wife, right? So he comes, he's like, abducted. Go and see the doctor. Go and see fucking Dr. Jake. Make sure you're okay. Doctor's like, you look perfectly fine. There are some anal fissures though. I was like, yeah, the aliens. Oh man, the anal probes.
I have found a 33-page short story on Amazon.
Let's fucking go.
Entitled "Sucked Dry by an Alien."
Oh my god, buy it.
Not by the
Paperback
original
Paradise.
author, but it is getting sucked dry by an alien.
Is it actually?
Yeah. Do you want
Wait.
me to read? I'll read you.
Would you please?
Is there such a thing as too much sex?
Oh my.
Whenever the desire hit Sophia, she'd come for me. It didn't matter if I was working from home, driving, or watching television. Not that I was complaining.
Fuck off.
Maybe I don't want to read the rest of this.
The instant backtracking. Send the link in the Discord so we'll have it.
Sure, yeah.
For research purposes only, so we know what to avoid.
I'll read you the synopsis, though.
Go on.
Jake's a recently divorced computer programmer who meets a mysterious woman online. She's beautiful, witty, strong-willed, and mysterious. Plus, she loves to give oral. Sounds like a good time, all right?
Wow, okay, dude.
She
Yeah, okay,
seems
dude.
perfect and willing, and walking wet dream, willing to satisfy his needs day or night in the bedroom, the car, or a crowded movie theater. What are you, Pee Wee Herman?
What's
What the
wrong
fuck?
with you, bro? Sort it
Jesus.
out. What are you watching?
Fuck, man.
Relax, bro.
All right.
You okay?
One day, Jake sees his girlfriend's ex, so the lady's ex. He's emaciated and rail thin, anemic and sickly. When Jake begins to get weaker and mysteriously lose weight, he must question her, the source of his illness. What happens when Jake has to break away from a woman whose oral skills are out of this world? So he literally does get sucked dry by an alien.
Wait, so man is like, this woman is killing me. But he's like, really gotta think about this one. Oof. Do I die or do I stop having dynamite oral sex?
Nutted, but she's still sucking.
Nutted, but she's still so
Sucking my life force.
She's sucking my life force. I never want to be in a situation where I have to choose between death or getting the life force fucking sucked out of my dick. That's insane. No man can make that choice.
Yeah.
I'll choose death.
I mean, it really is a Sophie's choice, right?
Sophie's never had it this hard.
Well, her name is Sophia, so it really is a Sophie's
Sophie,
choice.
flip a coin. I got real issues here, bro. I'm trying to decide some shit, Sophie. Fucking flip a coin, girl. Relax.
Oh, man.
Never seen Sophie's choice in my entire life, but I assume her choice was pretty average.
Do you know what a Sophie's choice is?
Yeah, she was choosing between two things.
Do you think? Well, yes, but
It was like her kids or something, or ice cream flavors, one or the other, somewhere in between. No? What was she choosing between?
so a Sophie's choice, I believe, it comes from the book.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Yeah, it's like two impossible situations to choose from.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah. Death or amazing head. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I mean, they're basically the same.
Listen, honestly, yeah. Sell my soul for one, sell someone else's soul for another.
What's the saying? Like ecstasy is like one step away from death or something.
Fuck,
something like that.
No, yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
Oh, awful. I did talk about the UK, didn't I? I was here for that.
No, because you weren't here last week.
Did I get back and then we didn't do anything when I got back?
I don't think you really talked about it that much.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah. Okay, in that case, sorry. It's been 2 weeks. It feels like a massive time.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. What was your 2 weeks like, David? Enthrall me with tales as I sit back in my chair.
Oh, okay. So the other thing that
I hand you the mic, yes.
Do you want to talk about cabbages?
Oh my god, yes.
Did you hear the story about the cabbages?
Which one?
Okay, so
there's been a bunch, which is funny, hilariously enough.
This specific one.
Okay, go on.
800 cabbages stolen from Aichi Field.
Oh my fucking god, yes. Are you serious?
I'll bring this up here. 800 cabbages.
800?
Yes, 800. So just let that sit in your brain for like half a second. 800 cabbages.
That's an impressive in one night.
Yeah, apparently.
Professionals. It's a professional hit.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
Someone's making a lot.
So, let me read this. Police in Tahara, Aichi Prefecture investigating the theft of about 800 cabbages from a field earlier this month. According to police, the grower noticed the cabbages missing on the morning of February 5th.
Okay.
The farmer said he had been on guard this year because cabbages had been stolen from his field last year.
Bro's been on guard.
But added it was difficult to come up with effective countermeasures.
Gun.
Due to last year's extreme heat wave and lack of rain, the price of cabbages has been rising and was 2.5 times higher than the average in mid-January.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
expected to remain higher than average for the rest of this month as well. Aichi Prefecture is a major producer of vegetables, and in 2023, the production value of cabbages was worth 18.9 billion yen, the second highest in the country. Tahara City is the main production area. Police have urged growers of fruit and vegetables across Japan to install surveillance cameras and sensors to try and prevent thefts.
That is so fucking funny. Holy
Here's
shit.
my question.
Go on.
How the fuck do you steal 800
go.
cabbages?
How do you steal 800 cabbages
At
and
once.
and not get caught?
Right.
Because my question is, did they come in, steal a cabbage, like one night? They came in,
Right, yeah.
stole a cabbage, ran out from like the end of the field,
Yeah.
ran back home, okonomiyaki party, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Got to eat the evidence.
I really wanted like katsu or something, right?
I wanted a really big tower of cabbage with my fucking katsu, you know, like
Yeah,
one
exactly,
cabbage worth,
right?
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You smash it and you're like, that was
great.
That was easy.
And it cost me nothing.
Taking candy from a baby, that was so simple.
Taking cabbage from an old
man. Guy's like, I'm on guard. Ooh,
Okay.
he's just sitting there on his porch with his stupid walking stick.
Yeah.
An easy crime. He falls asleep by 6 every day. Fucking idiot, dude. I wonder if it's that for like 800 days.
Well, it's weird because like, but it's 800
Multiple people doing it.
from the same field.
Good point.
Because it's from a farmer, not multiple farmers. It's a farmer.
Rival farms stealing. How do you steal 800?
There's
Go
some like
on.
logistics here that don't make sense.
Yeah.
One, how do you steal 800? So it's not just one dude. There's no way you can
No,
harvest
no.
800 cabbages in one
It's
go.
a gang.
So it has to be a gang of people.
The cabbage
Two,
gang. The
you have to
Cabbage Patch Kids.
transport-
Continue.
Yes.
Sorry. Sorry. Sorry, continue. Sorry.
You have to transport it somehow.
The
So,
cabbage
like,
mobile.
yeah, well, like you have to have like a dump, not like a dump truck, but you have to have something like big because like
Massive, yeah.
you look at how many cabbage, like can you imagine how much like one cabbage is like this, right? It's
It's a sizable cabbage, yeah. Especially in Japan,
so
they grow
now
them big.
800 of them. How many could you fit in this room?
You would fill this room.
I bet you couldn't fit that. Yeah, so like you've had to have had some kind of like big dump truck-esque style car to fit all the fucking cabbage because there's no fucking way that you'd be able to fit them all in one go.
How the fuck do you silently roll up to a cabbage field in your truck?
In your truck, and all your homies jump out and go, "All right, boys,
it's time to
nice
cabbage."
is on."
Because like, I assume there's at least 10 people stealing these cabbages. It's
Right.
a getaway driver, someone that knows cabbages. The guy distracting the old man somehow. I don't know what he's doing.
Sure, yeah.
Whatever, dude. And the rest like harvesting the cabbages for, I assume, like 2 hours.
Right.
For 2 hours, they're harvesting cabbages. I assume it's like 2 hours. Even an hour. You didn't notice?
Yeah,
You had no idea what's happening?
And it's like the middle of night. So like, are they driving up with like night vision fucking goggles on? Because like they need to see what they're harvesting. And
Also,
you're, like
yeah.
running machines.
I got a lettuce. Fuck, throw it back.
Romaine,
fuck,
get this
dude.
shit outta here.
Disgusting, dude. Come on, here. It is dog shit. Yeah, like, the thing is, if there's like 10 people coming to my field, stealing cabbages, making a lot of noise, cabbage fields are relatively, like, empty.
Yeah, it's not like corn where you could like hide in a field of corn.
Yeah.
Cabbages grow like ankle height.
Sound travels through those fields. If
Yeah.
you roll up a big truck, I should be able to look out of my house and go, fuck's that truck doing there?
In my field with multiple people.
3 a.m. Everyone's singing like a hi ho, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs style cabbage song while they're stealing my cabbages. Like, he's like, oh, it must be a dream.
I mean,
Aurora Borealis, who knows? The fucking
at this time of year in my field.
In my field, fantastic. I think the old man was in on it.
That's a good.
It's an inside job. It makes sense because it doesn't make sense until you go, oh, the old man was in on it, and then I go, oh, it makes perfect sense now. You sell the cabbage for just under market rate to random roving gang
selling it out of the back of your truck or
you're
whatever.
just selling
right?
it to like Tobu supermarkets, fucking black market wing of the company.
Yeah.
They get cheaper cabbages. They're undercutting the market. You get a fat check in your bank account. Then a week later you go, police, 800 cabbages was just lifted from my field. And the police go, we're useless. Classic, classic, the fucking useless.
Well, it's not like that farmer's going to get reimbursed for all those cabbages.
Cabbage insurance.
Can you take out insurance on stuff like that?
Farms have insurance, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, farms have insurance, but I assume that's for like machinery and stuff.
Theft.
If you buy,
I'm sure that
I don't know enough about
neither do I
insurance to say one way or the other.
I could Google it. My phone is right here, but I'm not going to.
Right.
Instead,
it's better to not know and talk shit.
I'm going on Vibes alone, and I assume there is some kind of cabbage or like theft insurance that farmers get because it makes sense. Like, what if your crop goes bad one year? What if like something happens? I'm sure like some kind of insurance that protects you from like theft, machinery breakdown, blah 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 blah. And he's like, oh, theft. Oh, my cabbage was stolen. Call up the police report. Police report's in. Now I call insurance company. Hey, 800 cabbages, and they go, well, what'd the police say? And the police said, oh, yeah, it's theft.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Simple as that. Right?
Yeah,
it makes sense.
I'm just still stuck on like how the fuck, like what is the logistics of transporting? Because like not only harvesting and putting in your truck and transporting it, you have to hold 800 cabbages because you're not just going to be like, okay, where do I offload 800 cabbages to sell, right? Like you can't just fence 800 fucking cabbages.
And this is why my plan makes sense because you steal 800 cabbages. You steal 800,000 diamonds, okay? Mm-hmm. You can sell those. Industrial diamonds. Put them in jewelry stores. Mm-hmm. Fucking sprinkle them into the ocean. I don't fucking care.
But you can't sell all 800 of them at once.
But you can take your time doing it.
Not with cabbages. Cabbage will eventually go bad.
Exactly. You can't take your time with cabbages. You need to have a seller straight away.
Right, exactly.
And listen, I love okonomiyaki. I can't eat 800 cabbages worth of okonomiyaki.
No.
I will shit myself. Or probably not, knowing the fiber in cabbages.
No, you would you would become the shit.
It would be so clean.
It would, yeah. It's,
No flushing needed.
you sound like a didgeridoo.
Wow. Once I can use the bathroom. Wow. Yeah, basically.
Practicing in there?
What are you doing in there, man? Wind flute. Don't worry about it. It's a technique. Please ignore my 800 cabbages
Just
in the living room.
I just have this image of like this crew of like dudes in balaclavas just like hopping out of a truck. Let's go, boys.
Let's go, boys.
Farmer Tanaka's just gonna be Naka after this.
Did you spike his drink? No need.
No need.
He took a shot of warm milk. He's out for the night.
The night.
Let's fucking go, boys.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, and like you said, like they're gonna expire.
Yeah.
So what do you do if you don't offload them all? I guess like cabbages aren't like technically really worth that much per thing because you're selling them in bulk.
Yeah.
But like, isn't a supplier going to be really weird when a random dude shows up who's never sold them cabbages ever and is like, hey, I got 800 cabbages to sell you?
And they're all stamped with the Tanaka Farms logo and shit.
Exactly,
Yeah,
right? It's like,
literally. They're all
that's
branded.
weird.
That's strange. It's the Tanaka Farm logo, but it's been crossed out really shoddily. Suspicious. But at these prices, I gotta say no.
He's crossed out the Takanji at the front, and he's put Yama on the back, so it's just Nagayama.
Oh, you fucking cunt. You Nagayama'd me, dude. God damn it. Oh, God. I should have seen this coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is just fucking weird.
What a great story. That's so
It's just
stupid.
weird.
I've actually been... Okay, real quick. So, I worked out... I wasn't really going to talk about this much, to be honest, just because it's just... Oh, my God. Who the fuck is that? Okay, cool. Just because, like, it's still something I'm, like, working out the logistics behind.
Mm-hmm.
But I worked out when my channel would be monetized on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I worked out like kind of the exact date it's going to happen and like what I need to do in order to get monetized.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be piss steak. Not going to go too much into it. It's very much like how the sausage is made type of conversations, which is, you know, something here or there. But what I do need from boys is if you find interesting stories like that, like the cabbage one, you'll send them to me. I need as many interesting, weird Japan stories that I can get my fucking grubby hands on to turn into content so I can put out a video like almost every week, basically. Like that's kind of like what needs to be done. Dude, I got my laptop in my bag right now, dude. Let me tell you. It is what a piss steak. Dude, it's absolutely fucking exhausting. But like I was talking to some other people in the industry just about like monetization and like the watch hours being like the hardest part of it because it needs to be like over 365 days. And a lot of them were just like, yo, pump out as much content as you physically fucking can. And I'm like, yeah, I'll do a really good video a month. They're like, no. Like, no.
Some
They're
like every week.
literally, it was like, unless the video you pump out every month is doing like gangbusters every single time without fail, they're like, it's you're not gonna get the views, the watch hours needed in a year out of 12 videos. They're like, just pump it one every week if you can. And it is so easily said, David. Oh my gosh, so easily said. Researching content alone, what a piss take. Doing it is just the most annoying thing. But I found myself in a situation for the last few weeks where I was like, oh my God, it's in reach. It's within reach now, you know what I mean? And being there, you're like, man, I can't not take this opportunity to double down while I can, you know what I mean? So I'm currently doing that. It's very fun.
Did you? I because we missed the week.
We did.
But it did happen. Maybe the week you were in the UK. I think. Did you ever hear anything about the Fuji TV scandal?
Which one?
The latest one.
Oh my fucking God, Fuji TV get shit together. What happened this time? Or was it the guy who cheated on his... No, that was the one before that. The guy who was sexually assaulting young co-workers.
It's like way worse than that.
Jesus Christ, what happened? Fuck
So there's
me,
a
dude.
guy, I believe he's in SMAP.
Okay.
Did you know SMAP?
Yeah,
The boy
yeah.
band SMAP, right? So
Jesus.
his name is Masahiro Nakai, and it's like a sex scandal.
It's always a fucking...
So it's basically exposed what they say is systemic governance and abuse issues among Japanese broadcasters. But basically the the guy from SMAP was like getting women who worked at Fuji TV sent to him to like sexually abuse, like just really fucked up shit.
Yes, I did hear about this.
Yeah. And like
Ridiculous.
it's this dude has basically cratered Fuji TV.
Oh, it's done.
Over 70 companies pulled ads.
Oh, it's done.
So it's crazy because like if you watch it now, every single commercial is from AC Japan. The last night when I was watching TV, I saw a commercial for a hair salon. That's how desperate they are to get advertising money. For like just a regular ass like hair salon somewhere in Tokyo, and they're like, yeah, come to our hair salon.
Are you fucking serious?
And they're like advertising it on national TV because everyone has pulled out.
I think wasn't it a couple years ago as well? There was like another Fuji TV scandal. It's like a constant thing where Fuji TV is getting like.
Yeah, it's bad.
I
Like
didn't know it was that bad.
there's a really good YouTube video where someone like goes over. I think his name is Mugen. He does like
Mugen, he's great. No, yeah, he makes great stuff.
He
Yeah,
does like a lot of like Japan focused
Deep dive.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
He does good stuff. He makes really good content. Yeah.
Yeah, it is
Mugen, yeah.
Mugen. Yeah, he posted it 9 days ago about how but it's really interesting.
It's really
that
fucked up as well.
It's just like how does that happen? Like it's just consistent with Japan. I don't know.
It's a constant lack of like checks and balances when it comes to any famous person in Japan.
Right.
And also like Japan making the wrong people famous is.
Well, I mean, he was famous like before the Fuji TV stuff.
No, I know
'cause
that.
he was in
Yeah,
SMAP
yeah.
or whatever, right? But
it's for example, I was talking to someone about like Japanese YouTubers, and I was like, when a scandal happens in the American YouTube space or the Western YouTube space, depending on who it is, to a certain extent, people go like, oh yeah, I can see that. Creepy guy, kind of creepy guy does something creepy. Dobrik, whatever his name is.
David Dobrik.
Yeah, David Dobrik. Dobrik does something creepy, and you're like, yeah, I can see that. Guy was a fucking sociopath. I can see that the guy was doing like creepy stuff. No worries. Cool.
Yeah.
Checks out. But then someone you like, I don't know, a guy who's making mostly family-friendly content suddenly comes out and is like, oh, actually, I'm a fucking nonce. You're like, oh, shit, didn't see that coming. That's crazy. Whoa. And those like your two main reactions. The Japanese YouTube space and the Japanese like celebrity space, the only reaction I ever see is, oh, yeah, we saw that coming.
Yeah, it's kind of like, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we saw that coming. It's never... If someone turned around tomorrow... Sorry. I'm not going to say one name because there are connections really in the place I work. But if someone turned around tomorrow and said, hey, big YouTuber A, fill in YouTuber A with anyone you want. Big Japanese, Japan-based YouTuber A did this thing. I'd be like,
He did the badness.
He did the big bad. I'd be like, yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
There's something about the Japanese like YouTube space and the way they push up famous people that I'm like, wow, you've pushed up the wrong person.
Absolute scumbag.
Absolute scumbag.
You know
the guy who fucking drop kicked his girlfriend and like beat her. There's a YouTuber fucking drop kicked his girlfriend, beat her black and blue. I think it was Raphael or something. What his name is? Vanished.
Oh, is that why I've not seen him in a while?
Yes, he fucking beat up his girlfriend, vanished from like public eye. Eventually came back under like a different name, a different group, and everyone was like, we'll be waiting. People were like, we'll be waiting for you. The fuck are we waiting for you? What do you mean? Bro's doing DV in his house and everyone's like, we'll be waiting for you? You guys are fucking insane, dude. It's absolute insanity.
Weird, because I like can't find...
Exactly. It's insane.
Oh.
It's why I had to stop watching like PDR-san. PDR.
Yeah, why?
No, I love PDR. Because every one of his like...
Oh, because you're like, oh, he's just like talking about exposing people.
Yeah, every single one of the videos. I love his videos. Great stuff. But like, unless I want to actively dive into how shit some of these YouTubers are, I don't want to watch it. Because like, it's a lot of just like, wow, Japan YouTuber X did this
He's
abuse.
a piece of shit.
I'm like, fuck's sake. It's like, oh, remember this guy and he only does really cool stuff and you liked watching his channels, it's just Beyblade content? I'm like, yeah, he's great.
Pedophile.
Literally, pedophile. Oh, he slapped his wife. Oh, he stabbed his dad. I'm like, oh, what does his dad do? His dad tried to give him a hug. Fuck's sake. Like, constant. Like,
Yeah.
and it does my point is it very much matches the Japan like classic media space 1-to-1.
Yeah, there is definitely. Well, it's because it's fame in Japan is weird, right?
It is weird. Yeah, it's not good.
Because again, not again, but you know, we do always say like, you know, people in Japan, if they have a hobby, they always do it at like 0 or 11.
Yes.
And
yes.
I find that it is the same if they are into their hobby is like, you know, a boy group or like whatever it is, like some like an idol group or something. And this goes for men and women. If they're into like that thing, it's like
it's all they're into.
It's hardcore, and they just like they will just be like, "Yep, no problem. Like whatever he or she does, like I don't give a shit."
Yeah, I forgive it. No worries.
Yeah.
It has to be
it's
like
fucking weird.
It
that shit is weird.
No, yeah, it's got to be like even when it's like the most like unforgivable thing, you'll still have like a swath of fans being like, "Do you know what? He's learned his lesson." It's like, it just happened. It just happened. What do you mean? It's why like a lot of these famous people can get away with doing nonsense time and time again because they do it once and they'll lose all the 0% fan base. The guys that are like the casuals, people are kind of like whatever, they'll lose all those. Maybe they'll lose like 5% of the core fan base as well.
Right, but it doesn't matter because all of a sudden they've lost that little bit of fan base, but their stuff is doing gangbusters because people are like...
People are watching. They're like, what the fuck is going on? What is he going to do next? People love the drama. And then like they'll do it again and again and again because all they learned from the drama was drama gives me views. So they keep doing it until they completely run out of goodwill or they're arrested or dead. Yeah. That's it. They'll just keep doing it over and over again. It's fucking disgusting. Like I just finished making a video. I got to finish editing it about the nonsense streamers. Have you seen this?
You mean the one more recently?
Yeah, Ice Poseidon and his little fucking Poseidon.
Oh, and his little fucking cronies.
Yeah.
Poseidon that guy's been, Ice Poseidon's been a fucking loser forever.
Oh, he has been. Yeah, but now he's in Japan, just being annoying, basically. But like, I was talking.
Was he part of the group that like the Japanese dudes chased down with like a fucking bottle?
Yeah. That's his group. That's his little cronies.
All those guys are just fucking pussies. Dude, like every single one of them, because they'll talk mad shit, and it doesn't make sense because the video is up. You can just go and watch it and see how much of a pussy they are.
Yep.
But they'll talk mad shit, but the second they get confronted, oh, don't hurt me, bro.
No, what talking about, bro? No,
I was just being a stupid cunt. It's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, we know that's why you're gonna get your beat up now.
Yeah, exactly, like, right? Why is this happening? You know,
why me? What did I do?
Yeah, it's always that. Like that is the most pussy beta shit, and I hate when they're all like, "Yeah, I'm real tough. I'm gonna talk shit." It's just like, dude, you're a fucking bitch. Shut up.
Like, bro, you're gonna get your ass cheeks so clapped, so completely clapped. You have no idea.
I honestly, the one that happened recently, I seriously thought that someone was gonna get a bottle to the head.
Oh, they should. They need to. It's such a thing. With these people, nothing's gonna change until someone dies. Simple as that. And then even then, there's going to be a massive cry out like, oh, he died too soon.
He didn't deserve it.
He did. Sorry, he did.
Yeah,
you did. You're being a cunt. Fuck you. So don't bring that energy into your life if you don't want to receive it. What's wrong with you, dude? Simple as that.
I mean, hey, fuck around, find out exists.
Basically, yeah. Now it's time to find out. You've been fucking pretty hard as well. I think with a lot of these people as well, like, because they're doing this fuckery, people are like watching out of like morbid curiosity.
Right.
They're like, wow, this is weird. This is crazy. You're in a country like Japan where people like don't put up with this shit.
There's another dude, I think it was like this week as well, but it wasn't the same guys that like hit someone in the face with like a snowball in Hokkaido.
Oh, that was a little while ago. Yeah, it was. He got banned from everything.
Good. Fuck that guy.
Oh, he also pissed in a building, pissed on the floor of his hotel room. Yeah. And then went to Hokkaido and just threw a snowball at some random like worker. And then he got confronted by, I think, just international people.
Yeah, other foreigners. Like,
yeah, just being like, what the fuck are you doing? And it was like, oh, I'm a dickhead. I live here. It's like, it doesn't matter. Like,
I found it so funny when he goes, but I live here. And it's very, very, very evident that this motherfucker doesn't speak a lick of Japanese.
Like, no, you fucking
0%.
Yeah.
Just by his mannerisms, you know that he does not live here.
I don't think tourists realize this, and I'm gonna point it out because with all these like nuisance streamers here, I don't think you guys realize how much you stand out. even as just a tourist. Like,
People who live here, we can clock you in like
instantly.
10 seconds.
I don't have to think about it. I saw a guy step onto my train on the way here, and I was like, tourist. My friend's like, tourist? I was like, tourist. Like, how do you know? I was like, watch. He doesn't know what to do. He got onto the train. He span around twice, like looking for like where to go.
Yeah.
Then he like walked into the chair area, stood there for a second, walked back to the door, and then just stood in front of the door. He's lost. He's on the train and he's lost. Tourist. And then even little, like smaller things like going into a store, even walking around, I'm like, you're a tourist, you're a tourist, you're a tourist. You live here, you're a tourist. The way you walk, the way you move, the way you carry yourself, like I know you don't live here. If you come to Shibuya, Shinjuku, and you experience anything even close to awe, you don't live here. That's not an awe-inducing place. We hate it there. We don't want to go there, you know? But yeah, we can tell. Little things, you really gives it away. And like your entire vibe is very like obvious, basically.
Right, yeah.
No.
Because if you lived here, you would actually give a shit about kind of like the consequences of your actions.
Yeah, you lose your visa for dumb shit like this.
Right, yeah, exactly. Yeah, you lose your visa, you lose your job. Like, especially if it's like gonna get broadcasted like that.
You're done.
And for most people, I would say like a percentage of people, like probably high, like 80, maybe even 90%. Most of their visa is tied to their job.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's how they're staying in the country.
Unless you have like PR or a spouse visa or some kind of specialized visa, like your job is your visa.
Like the second that your job finds out that you're being a shitheel, you're playing done. Russian roulette with like 6 bullets, my guy.
Oh yeah,
like,
you're done. You're actually finished. It's ridiculous. The thing is, well, like that's actually a reason to let you go as well. So I know people don't realize that if you're living in Japan and your job is tied into your visa, or your visa is tied into your job.
Right.
If you're out in public and you do some bullshit, that's a fireable offense.
Yeah, because you are representing like usually there's some kind of like stipulation in most contracts that say something like, even though you're off work hours, you were still in a way representing whatever like company you work for. And if it gets back to the company that like, you know, oh, like so-and-so is working at this place. Like if that's in the report that so-and-so is working here, no, you're not. We fired him last week.
Because they'll call the company. Oh, we let him go months ago.
Yeah,
we let him go ages ago. Oh no, we let him go ages ago. Ages ago, they'll backdate that paperwork. Even my company, like I assume the vast majority of people know where I work by now, but I still can't technically say where I work, like the name on any social media and any social thing I do, because similar to that rule, you have to fill in a whole guidance sheet thing before you can publicly announce where you're working on any site that isn't like LinkedIn or whatever. Like LinkedIn's whatever's LinkedIn, but like anywhere else, there's a whole public forum thing you have to do to basically say like, hey, I'm not going to fuck around and like destroy the company. My actions outside the company, serve the company, yada 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 yada, just because of like the parent company and X, Y, and Z basically. Like it's a very serious thing. It's not to be fucked with basically, unless you're like a part-time English teacher, then it doesn't really matter. Like you do whatever the fuck you want if that case.
Yeah. It's like, man, I still don't understand why. Like what?
Why are they here or why are they fucking around so hard?
Both. Because it doesn't make sense to me why you would do that. Because it can't be. In the long run, it can't be not productive, but it can't be lucrative.
No. So I actually, this actually plays one time in the video I was making as well. But what happens is they're not. Their frontal lobe isn't developed enough to realize their actions of today are going to directly tomorrow and in the next and like further than that, consequences in the next 5, 6, 7 years. So a lot of the orbiters of Ice Poseidon, for example, they're doing a weird thing where they're like, we're going all in, double or nothing on being famous. That's all we're doing. So Ice Poseidon has his fame, be it like him or not, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He has his fame. He has a lucrative stream where he's making money. I assume he has various other outlets where money is coming in. His orbiters don't have that. That's why they're orbiting him. They're trying to siphon a part of his audience, a part of his fame. And I assume some of them might successfully do that and eventually be famous. And if that happens, or infamous, whatever, they're there'll be people watching them. And if that happens, congratulations, you're now monetizable. You can, advertisers...
For how long is the question,
But still, you can try something. You can make something of the situation you're in. Maybe you can turn it around, start a company. Maybe you can turn it around, invest in X, Y, and Z. Who knows? But it's a chance to do something. Sadly, the vast majority, that will never happen. The guy who threw a snowball and pissed himself or whatever, he got banned. He's no longer on Kick. And that is the last bastion of people who make this type of content.
Yeah.
Once you are banned from Kick, you are basically Johnny Smiley, Cabbage Farmer. There's nothing you can do. You're fucked.
Has anything been updated on him?
I have updates if you want them.
Sure. If you have updates, because it's always good to have the Somali report.
What's the last thing you remember?
Last thing I remember was he was like bragging about him getting a
emergency
passport. Yeah.
Fantastic. Let me update you. I have.
Oh, okay.
I've been keeping very close with this. I found it. Welcome to the Korean news. I'm your host, John Tanaka.
Hang on, I gotta play. I should play like a proper.
Give me an announcement. I'll give you an update. What was your news at 10?
I wonder if this is.
We get banned like immediately.
Probably more than likely.
We get shot down straight away, dude.
More than likely. Is there no sound? Whatever. Anyway, we'll...
Anyway, very good. So, Lord of mercy.
Shit's going down apparently at my
damn
fucking house. Anyway,
you're good. But no, so last thing I remember is he had a temporary passport, right? He was like, I got this thing in Israel. I can escape whenever I want, yada, yada, yada.
Okay, yeah. Uh-huh.
No, he can't. No, he cannot. He is stuck in Korea. That passport isn't worth the paper it's printed on. There is no way for him to leave the country.
Okay.
He's stuck, basically. A little bit before Christmas, Korea was like, hey, we're going to start the court case. We're going to start it around Christmas time. They decided, you know what? We're not going to do that. We're going to push the case more. So the Korean judicial system or prosecutors have just been pushing the case just for gathering evidence, but most kind of just like to waste Johnny Smiley's like time and resources. He's in Korea. He has no earning potential. He can't stream on anything because everything's been sort of shut down. The only thing he currently can use is Discord, and that's it.
Right.
He can't use Twitter, can't upload on YouTube, can't do anything on Kick, can't do anything on Twitch. He's shut down, basically. So his entire thing has been like, it's like the last struggle of a dying man. This is for the last like few months. Korean prosecutors keep pushing the dates of the court case. And while that was happening, people were still beating him up. Because it was the Golden Goblin. So there was a big like cash prize made. I think you know this already, right? There's a big cash prize made, and if you beat Johnny Smiley up, you knock him out, you knock him down, you get a section of this cash prize.
Right, yeah. He became the Loot Goblin.
Still happening.
Okay.
He's still the Loot Goblin. He's like hiding between hotels and stuff.
How does he have money still?
He doesn't. He is living off donations from like his orbiters and the money he once had when he was like streaming and stuff, like the donations and such. I'm not entirely sure his current financial situation, but from how I'm seeing him like struggle, I assume that is
the squeeze is on now,
it's
right?
On hard. But yeah, so what might happen is the way Korean like legal system works is you have to pay a shit ton of damages amongst being like in prison for a while as well.
Right.
So it'll be like you're going to prison for like 10 years because you did like all these federal crimes.
Right.
But also you have to pay the courts, I don't know, let's say $1 million. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. A number of money.
Whatever. Yeah. And the courts will ask you, so do you have $1 million? And he'll go, no, I don't. And I don't have $1 million because I've been in Korea for the past 6-7 months. Spending all my money.
That original story was in November.
Yes. He's been there for a while now. And the court case is probably going to be in March.
That's 3 months?
Mm-hmm.
And that was like, he was already running out of money in November.
Yes. So he's, I assume, just racking up debt just in the country, just like trying to survive. Which for me, honestly, personally, fantastic.
Good. Yeah.
Keep it up. So they're bleeding him dry first. Then they're gonna put him in court and be like, hey,
and now you got to pay court fees.
literally,
We'll
now,
give you a public defender, but you're not going to be able to do anything.
now you gotta pay court fees. Now you gotta pay for like this big like penalty we're gonna slap on you as well. And the question is, okay, Mr. Smiley, how do you pay these fees? You owe us $1 million.
Sure, yeah.
How you gonna pay it? He can't, right? So they go, cool. What skills do you have? None. Any electronic ability? None. Cool. So you can't work in our like various.
Do you speak Korean? No.
No. So you can't work there either. So you're low skill, low language person. Where do they put people like that to work?
Well, I know that like Korea has like indentured servitude.
They do.
In like prison.
Yeah, they do.
Right? Yeah, like literally cabbage. That's where the 800 cabbages are coming from. The cabbage farm.
They're going to put him on a cabbage farm.
I remember talking about this specifically.
Excellent. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they're going to put some on a cabbage farm. So, since that's been put up, they just keep pushing the court cases back with the whole.
I see.
Is how it works now. And then with the whole Ice Poseidon thing in Japan, one of the orbiters called up Johnny Somali on stream to be like, "Oh, I'm calling my friend. He's my friend.
Yeah,
I'm calling my friend to get like
Weird
relationship
how all the
advice."
shit heels know each other.
There we go. I'm calling him to get like relationship advice, blah, blah, blah. So he calls him up. And then obviously Johnny Smiley's like, oh, I'm on stream. He's giving his whole like Johnny Smiley shit or whatever. Poseidon walks in. Poseidon's like, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm getting relationship advice. It's like, are you on stream? Like, yeah, I'm on stream. It's like, no, turn it off. Hang that call up. Turn it off. Because even though Poseidon knows we're all the same people, we're all in the same fucking team of like shit people. Johnny Smiley's banned. That would technically be a ban of Asian.
That would be a ban of Asian, yeah.
So you're all gonna get banned. So he did this whole thing where he was like trying to distance himself from Johnny Somali. Johnny Somali decided, no, we're gonna double down. So on Twitter, a wanted list was made for the orbiters in Japan and Ice Poseidon. And for some reason, Johnny Somali was also on that list. He decides to take that, make a little shitty video. I think he made it on like on Discord or something, and then that was also uploaded to Twitter. And then he did this whole thing where it's like saying like, I'm gonna destroy Japan, blah blah blah. You know.
Oh, okay. See, this is I haven't heard about.
Yeah, he had this whole thing where he was like, oh, I'm gonna destroy Japan. I'm gonna like we're all like one people. Like Poseidon is our leader, our king. Yada yada yada. Basically, yeah. So
it's
like,
so fucking corny.
it was like watching it. I was like, wow, Chinese flag behind him and shit. You know. I'm watching this and I'm
so fucking lame.
Like,
it's not even funny. It's just, it's like it's just pathetic.
It's pathetic.
Like that's it's not even like, oh wow, this is like kind of funny in a pathetic way. It's not even funny. It is just pathetic.
It is the last frantic struggles of a dying man. This man has nothing left. No money, no fame. No one's really talking about him outside of like these big instances. If the Ice Poseidon thing wasn't currently happening,
right?
I wouldn't have even brought it up.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even brought him up. And then even then, I'm only bringing him up because of the whole wanted poster thing where he was like,
yeah, and the shit that they did like last week, right? So it's like they're in the news because of that.
Exactly. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Do you know who else was in his orbit? Remember that guy Suspenders or whatever his name is?
Yeah.
That guy.
Is that guy not in like he's in like Thai prison or something?
No, he was
now.
like released. He's back in Japan.
Really?
I saw him in one of the streams and I was like, isn't that guy a fucking pedophile? Wasn't that guy arrested for like touching
he's arrested
boys?
for being a pedophile.
Yeah, for touching little boys. And he's back. It's insane. What the fuck? Dude.
I don't know how he managed to get back in the country. Because Japan should be like, hey, yeah, you have a criminal record. Like, you have to.
I wonder if he just lied.
I mean, highly possible.
Yeah. But then if they find out later, he's fucked.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because that's some like actual shit.
You're going to prison. Yeah. You can't lie about that shit on the Japanese like immigration forms. Like you will get fucked. There was like, I remember Reddit story a while ago, a guy being like, oh, I was like convicted of a crime in America. I want to come live in Japan. What if I just don't tick this form? And everyone was like, do whatever you want. But if they find out, you're fucked.
Yeah. They'll
fucked. They'll lifetime ban you from the country because you can't be trusted anymore. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, of course. Yeah,
dude. Japan's the one thing I have found interesting about this whole like Ice Poseidon orbiter nonsense is that Japan's kind of done with their bullshit in a way that I don't think they realize how done with them they are. There's like a temple, whatever they're trying to get into, and They're trying to get in, and the guy who's like running the ticket booth is like, wait, hold on a minute. Calls the manager. Manager comes out. Manager's like, get out. Get the fuck out. All of you, get the fuck out. Wouldn't even let them in. Like, get out. He's like, no, we're just shut the fuck. Get out. We've seen your images on the internet.
Right.
We
yeah,
know,
we know
who
who you are.
We know you're in town fucking around. Get out. And they're like, no, which get out.
This wasn't a debate. Fuck off.
We're not talking. Get out. I'm telling you what to do. Because like Japan's whole thing is like, oh, we want to, want to be nice to the customers. Want to make sure that everyone's having a good time. Y'all gonna ruin that for everyone. Get the fuck out. We're not having you in here. And I think that's really spread. I think people are realizing, okay, cool. These are the faces of the guys that I need to be wary of. And the more that spreads, especially on things like Twitter, like Japan's like big, like Twitter users basically. Like, it's a massive thing here still. So the more that spreads in like Japanese spaces among Japanese netizens, the more things they're going to be cut off from.
Right.
The more like stream. But then even if you're a good streamer, I think what's going to happen is that you're not going to be able to stream.
It's just going to be like no cameras ever.
Yeah, like so. Look, it's going to be no streaming, no cameras. You take a camera out. What are you doing? Is that a video? Shoot it. Like,
yeah,
it's going to end up like that.
I mean, it's already starting to go that way. I recently seen like a lot of places, specifically because of what happened last week. A lot of places in Hokkaido were just like, we're not having foreign like people come in.
Yeah,
and it's like,
I saw that,
dude. What the fuck? Like, if I live there, I'm fucking pissed.
I'm pissed. Your favorite small izakaya is now doing a no foreigner ban. Dude, fucking pissed.
Dude, I would be pissed.
This is why I'm saying it's on site with these with these stupid like nuisance streamers, because like they are making things actively harder for people. Ridiculous.
Yeah, and especially for like people who live here, right? Because like I can imagine that regardless of like what your Japanese skill is, right? Like, if you go into a place like that, they're just gonna be like, no, get out, because they're like, if you're like, no, I live here and blah blah blah, they're just like, we don't care.
We don't care, get out. Yeah, we just don't get out. Yeah,
because it's easier for me to just tell you to fuck off and kick rocks than it is to be like, okay, well, I guess I'll let this guy in.
Some are okay, some are good.
Right.
All this gray zone shit, Japan don't do that. It's yes or no, basically. I mean,
it's they do to an extent.
But not after...
But not after that, because they're just like, okay, well, like, I let you in, and then what happens, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to take the risk.
Right.
It's not worth it.
Especially, too, like, if you're coming, like, without...
a Japanese person?
Someone who's Japanese. Like, let's just say, like, it was me and you, and we walk into a place, and they're just like, yo, like, fuck off, and we'd be like, why?
Why? Yeah.
And they're like, oh, well, we don't serve foreigners anymore. We'd be like, okay.
Weird. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because but then I would be like, why? Like, why? Like, what happened? Right?
Yeah.
Like, but that that kind of shit just.
I'd probably end up
sucks.
Not eating there anyway, just because I'd be like, all right, cool. I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
stress
right.
you out.
I don't. Fine. Like, I'm not gonna fight you on it.
Yeah, I'd ask you why, because I'll be generally curious. I'm like, oh, what happened? What the foreigners do here, dude? And then I'd be like, all right, cool, fair enough, man. Have a good evening. I'll go across the street to your rival izakaya. I don't fucking care,
yeah,
dude.
exactly.
Izakaya is dime a dozen. It's fine, whatever, dude. But like, it would it'd be annoying. I wouldn't be happy about it,
Yep.
Man, they're really ruining Japan.
Yeah, it's
gonna be hard for a little while still.
I mean, it is gonna be a situation probably where, like, your company, you're gonna have to be like checking everything beforehand all the time. I imagine people like, I'm thinking of people like Luke and like why does his name escape me? Paul? No,
Paul?
Not Paul. Not Paul.
Pulse? Ian?
No.
A streamer?
Yeah.
Yuta?
No. What's his name?
Peter?
Yes, Peter. Yeah. Like Luke and Peter, like people who do outside streams frequently enough.
It's gonna be hard, yeah.
Right. Like, that affects their bottom line.
No, yeah.
And they're just kind of like, they're nice and they're doing what they do and they're not causing fucking trouble. So for them, it's like, well, fuck. Like,
oh yeah, you're fucked. Yeah, they're gonna start just closing off places like constantly.
Yep.
And it's a damn shame.
It's nothing you can do about it.
Nope. I think as well, they don't really care to a certain extent as well, especially when it comes to Japanese like new media. If you go to like a new place and you're like, oh, but I'm big streamer. They're like, yeah, we don't. Fuck off. Like,
yeah, we don't care. Dan says they probably go to regular spots that know them though.
Before you're in a regular spot, that spot is a new spot. So
right,
like,
sure, yeah, like the places that they've been that people already know them, that's fine.
Yeah,
but if they're going like, oh, I'm going to, like, oh, we're going to Osaka. I don't live in Osaka, so nobody knows who the fuck I am. So unless I have friends at like a place, it's like nobody knows who I am. So like, why would they give me the benefit of the doubt? Not that would happen, but like. This is extenuating circumstances necessarily.
I know a lot of the spots they go to when they're filming inside, they've either like confirmed beforehand or they know the owners, or they know like, they're regulars. They know like they're known at the locations, but
it
just makes it harder for like not your everyday streams, your weekly streams. It makes it harder for any like travel streams you're doing, like even cyclothon stuff like that. It makes that harder to do. Like,
exactly, right.
Harder,
like
basically.
it's gonna be a kind of a pain in the ass for them going forward, because now it's like, okay, what's the reaction that I'm gonna get when I show up, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Because you don't know. Some people are just like, I don't give a fuck if you, as long as you
do whatever you want. Yeah, it's not be a dickhead. Yeah,
right. And that will be the end of it. But other places it might just be like, fuck off, and it's like, okay, well, I came here for a reason, and now you've told me to fuck off. So
what about what's the point? Yeah. Fucking sucks, honestly. Yeah, that sucks. Anyway, we'll update you guys when this more happens. I gotta go for dinner now, apparently. I gotta go and see my old friend from like 10 years ago. That's gonna be fun. But yeah, and then I'm up at 5 a.m. for Shiga.
Oh yeah, you're going tomorrow.
I swear to God, if Shiga isn't worth this 5 a.m. wake
up
call. Oh, fuck off. No, don't say that. No, but the bowels, David, the bowels. Come on. It's gotta be worth it for the bowels. I don't think so. I'm hoping there's at least content to be consumed there. And then
there's content if you want to make it. I'm sure.
I'm gonna make some content. It'll be a waste of a trip not to, but it's just about what type of content will come out of the trip.
Right.
Would it be a little short form video? Would it be like a sort of long form thing? We'll find out when we get there. But hopefully it'll be fun.
Oh yes, someone says, "Hey guys, you're back on YouTube." Yeah. You've caught us at the end of the stream, so I guess you can go back the hour and 20, hour and a half.
We're back. Baby.
Like we're dual streaming now, so we're on Twitch and YouTube. Before I only had the option to choose one. Now I can do both.
Yep.
And I can see both chats, which is nice. Jordan can't. He can probably only see the one chat, but I'll show.
I'm cycling through.
On YouTube. Wow, how did my brain fucking stop working there for a second? But yeah, so the stuff will all of the streams from now going forward, will be on YouTube the second I hit stop stream.
Yes,
like it'll just be there
immediately. Yeah.
So
we know there are people who watch only on YouTube. It's better for everyone basically.
Yeah. So it'll just be easier for you. I don't really have to make a
separate thingy. Yeah.
A separate thingy. Like I'll put up a thumbnail, but like that's kind of all I really have to do.
Little title,
the video already exists, right? Change the title to whatever it's going up as, and put up a thumbnail, and
job done. Yeah,
there you
go. Easy as. I'll show you where I make thumbnails as well. I got a really good program.
Maybe I should make an outro as well, so that there's like a nice.
That'd be nice. Yeah.
I suppose I could just change it to the "thank you for watching" thing, and just hit the season 6 stinger again on the way out.
Makes sense.
Could do that.
Anyway, but I gotta bounce, guys. I will catch you if not next week, the week after that.
Yeah, I'll talk to you after we finish here about what the plan is.
Yeah. We'll something out. But yeah, we'll keep you informed on the Discord as always. Stay healthy, stay safe, and we'll see you next time.
Bye bye.
Later.